Hello, everyone. Welcome to Treasured Possessions. This is episode 5 of our 2024 AAPI GM series, presented by Madeline Colley. Before we get into our story here, please let me introduce everyone at the table. We will start off with Aki. Please tell me who you are, where we can find us, and all the good things.
Hello, tasty treats. I'm Aki or Akina, if you're feeling fancy. Pronouns are she, her. I forgot everything you just said, Stella. Did you say where they can find me?
Yeah, tell us all the good things.
You can find me all over the internet at some variation of Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things, many things. It's easier to tell you what I don't do. Drugs. That's it.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And you'll find everyone's links in chat as they are introducing themselves. We will move on next to Evan. Hey.
Hey, kia ora, hi everyone. I'm Evan, aka Multi Nerd, which is my handle on all the internet things. My pronouns are he, him. I do a little bit of streaming. I produce some APs sometimes. A GM, I perform. I do a bit of bookbinding, and I'm an archer. I
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you
cool.
so much. Next, we have Purna.
Hello, I'm Purna. On Twitch, I'm Unrelated Tangent. On the website formerly known as Twitter, I am Purna Writes, and I do a bunch of different things in TTRPGs, and I am one half of Weave Games. And you can find our games on itch at purnamakesthings.io because I have ADHD and so have no consistent names across all platforms.
Thank you so much. And then we'll hop on over to Will.
Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Will Abreu. I go by Will Produces on all the socials. By daylight, I'm a gaming manager for Red Bull, but by moonlight, I am the GM and host of a show called Land Party Live that shoots live in the heart of Brooklyn. Of course, Stella is on that with us, and I'm just so happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And it is a pleasure to be on your show. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of that. You should go check that out. And last but certainly not least, we have our game master for the day, Mads. Please take it away.
Hi, yes, I'm Madeline Colley, she, they pronouns, Mads for short. I play and run games on my YouTube channel, Madeline Colley, pre-recorded stuff. I play a lot of Trophy and run a lot of Trophy, so I am always, always glad to introduce this game to anyone that asks. So there you go. Yeah, please find me at Madeline Colley on formerly known as Twitter, as well as on Blue Sky and Discord, and of course, my YouTube channel. All right. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Can you please tell us a bit about what we're going to play today?
Yes, we are going to be playing the Trophy Incursion by X Stasis Games, Manse. All right, so it is basically where these treasure hunters are going to be exploring a house, haunted house, and they are desperate and doomed, which I will explain in our cats concept, aim, and tone and subject matter. And so let's see, get to that. Give me a second. Yeah, so Manse is again an incursion written for the Trophy Dark game. Trophy Dark is a role-playing game about a group of doomed treasure hunters entering the haunted spaces of the world. The game tells a story of these treasure hunters' physical and mental descent as they move deeper and deeper into the incursion. Their journey ultimately brings them to ancient ruins that hold the treasures they seek and the monstrous entities that dwell there. This is not a hopeful story of brave and daring adventurers that slay dragons and drag bags of gold back to town. This is a horror story of entitled pillagers meeting tragic ends. The aim is for you to play treasure hunters motivated by a near impossible goal to seek out riches in the forgotten places of the world. You are not heroes, but entitled or desperate pillagers there to secure your wants and needs. The treasure hunters are doomed, and they probably won't achieve their goal. Instead, they are very likely to die by the end of the game, and watching how they go out is part of the fun. Tone. The tone of Trophy Dark is desperate and often tragic. You will likely encounter conflict or tension between treasure hunters, where characters are encouraged to backstab or betray their companions in pursuit of their goal. Subject matter. This game will be R-rated. Your treasure hunters are risk takers willing to make dangerous choices. The game will likely be violent, terrifying, and include scenes of bodily horror and loss of self-control. The theme of this particular incursion is possession, to be inhabited by the spirits that haunt the manse, to take possession of the manse and its treasures, or to be welcomed into the manse's collection of lost souls. There is also the possibility of compulsion, changing reality, PC betrayal, haunted houses, being trapped, rot and decay, ghosts, skeletons, animate corpses, and body horror. Gameplay runs as highly collaborative and improvisational. Players have a lot of say over the world and can introduce story elements that no one, not even the GM, was expecting, and play moves between the fiction and the metagame frequently. The game runs best when everyone feels comfortable offering up their ideas. It uses 6-sided dice of 2 colors, light and dark, to determine the outcome of risky actions, and we will be using an online dice roller to see the rolls at the same time. And you'll hopefully be able to see what we mean when we say the outcome could be changeable at any point. So we do have safety tools that we will be using that we have available to us. We do have a list of lines and veils that the players and I are apprised of, and it is a living document. It can change and be added to at any point, and we will definitely be considerate to each other and, think of consent at all times. All right. And for anything that comes up triggering for you too, the audience, please feel free to step away and come back when you feel comfortable again. Safety is for everyone, players as well as the audience. Okay? All right. And then we also have the access to the O, N, and X card. So again, we will check in with each other. No matter whether it breaks immersion or not, we're more concerned about everyone being comfortable in play and having fun instead of worrying about whether they're going to break something. So no worries. Okay? So, given that, let's be introduced to our characters. In the same order that you were introduced as players, please state your character name, pronouns, and your occupation, background, drive. If you want to mention your rituals, that's fine. If you can give a little description of how you look, that would be great. So, Aki, please introduce us to Diane.
Yes. Diane is pronouns are she, they. And Diane is occupation chain, background disgraced courtesan, and you said drive as well?
Yes.
To mention? Yes.
Mhm.
I wish to win the heart of the heir apparent of Nagane. My ritual is enliven, in which I can give flesh and breath to an effigy. And what does Diane look like? Diane looks like the best way to put it is that she's Asian woman middle age, so it's really hard to tell what her age actually is. Her attire, she wears these really regal, noble-esque purples, and mauves and those kinds of tones. She has so much jewelry on, but none of them really care to match. It's kind of obvious that these are all jewelries that she's been given by people who think she looks good in this. And so she has chosen to wear basically all of them. She keeps her makeup on point, titties popping, everything about her brings this air of I want to say majesty, but not in a noble house way. She looks like she has money, but when you look at her hands, when you look at the very obvious blemishes in her skin that she tries to cover up with makeup or with something sparkly, you can tell that this has been a life of work. We work. Um, we gaslight, we gatekeep, we girl boss, and that's Diane.
Excellent. Wearing your wealth is something that if you don't have a bank, which, it's kind of tough to do, then, of course you're going to carry it everywhere you go. But you must be really desperate to win this heir apparent's heart, or they must be one hell of a hottie for you to go into this haunted house. So, can't wait to see, how desperate you are. We'll see. All right, Evan, please introduce us to Basso.
Okay, yeah. So, Baso is like he's kind of I would say like mid 40s, early 40s maybe. He's got beautiful groomed hair. He's got a little glint in his eye. He's got an easy smile and a very kind of like warm demeanor. He wears comfortable clothes, sort of like robes, belts. He's got like a very typical dad bod. Sorry, his pronouns are he, him as well. And he's quite laid back, easygoing, and will like listen intently to you when you talk to him, and seems very genuine. Um, he'll have an air of mystery about him sometimes, especially when he's talking about his past or his gift that he's got. His occupation as a hedge. His background is an escaped cultist, and he'll talk openly about the cult that he escaped if you ask him. And his drive is he just wants to obtain a home where he can raise a family. Um, but there's a bit of a dark something mysterious. He's not telling the whole story. As open and as welcoming as he is, he's keeping something back. Whether it's about his gift or his drive, you're not quite sure. Well, yeah, that's Bezo.
Well, we'll see if we find out more about this mysterious past as we go along. Purna, please introduce us to Revel.
So Revel, her pronouns are she, they. When you look at Revel, you will see a person who looks like they have grown up on a farm, like that kind of build. They've been working out in the fields, but she is really, really desperate to come off as clever. She wants everyone she meets to acknowledge that she is cleverer than them. She really wants you to know that. And she her occupation, somewhat at odds with that, is astrologer. She is an expelled apprentice. She was an apprentice of the astronomer Angora, and they stopped seeing eye to eye when Rebel started to delve more into astrology. Her drive is to free the kindly followers of the Piper. It could be the cult that Bezo was talking about. Who knows? We will find out. And the rituals that she can do are switch, which is to touch to swap bodies with another, and unravel, which is to pull the threads of a ritual to uncast it and recast it somewhere else, which sounds awesome, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Obviously only in desperate circumstances, wouldn't just do that for fun. Yeah. She has like, well, most of them are covered up except for the ones on her face, but she has on one side of her face, she's got a half moon tattoo and a full moon tattoo, sort of to be like, Well, mostly so that people will ask her about astrology, hopefully. But you know, it just and she doesn't have any jewelry on. But you can just tell that if she had the money, she would probably be wearing constellation dangly earrings and stuff like that. But yeah, she just looks like someone of sturdy farm stock, but when she opens her mouth, she really wants you to be impressed with her intellect.
I'm sure we will be. All right. Let's find out about Cassian. Will.
Hey guys. So Cassian is his pronouns are he, him. His occupation is ox, and his background is cast off servant. And he is the former chauffeur of the youngest son of a noble house. He is a very large guy, but doesn't really quite understand how big he is. And he wears to this day the colors of the house that he was kicked out as, the house that no longer employs him. So he wears them as like a cowl and like a almost like bandolier type thing. But for the most part, he's really all about function over fashion, trying to keep his arms and legs mobile because he's a guy who like gets stuff moving and carries burdens for the rest of the team and for himself when he's getting treasure. His drive is to pay for the care of a loved one in need. He's got a sick family member that needs to be taken care of, and his rituals are army, which is to create illusory copies of himself to mimic his actions, and martyr, to touch a creature to transfer their conditions onto him.
It's amazing. And, well, we'll see. I mean, it sounds lovely for why you are risking your life to come here. But as we will find out, this house has more than enough to take on all comers. I will read to you the introduction from the incursion itself. The house has good bones. That's what they say. Do they mean the sunken subsiding foundations and the mildewed stone encasing them, or the generations of skeletons, family, and servants buried in the drowned graveyard behind the house? The house is full of memories. Maybe they mean the works of art, the treasured ornaments, or the whispering voices of every suffering soul who lived and died here. Welcome home. The Manse is a great moldering manor house on the edge of the forest, slowly sinking into the marsh on which it stands. No one has claimed it for over 100 years, and it sits full of precious possessions, ornaments and art and treasures untold, just waiting for someone to come inside. Your claim, treasure hunters, is as good as anyone else's, even if it's no claim at all. Trophy is played in a structure of 5 rings, and the characters will be drawn into each ring in turn. We begin at ring 1. You may have known each other. You may not. You just know that you are all drawn here around the same time for your own reasons, and you stare at this front of the mansion, sinking, moldering. The steps are damp, stained with mold. Ring 1. All the doors are locked and swollen shut, and shutters close all off of the many small windows that you see. Crawling insects make their homes deep in the rotting wood, pupating and hatching and chewing. The old house creaks, and in its sighing you hear the words, "Stay, go." How do you gain entry? That's a question for each of you.
I walk up and try the front door.
It's solidly shut.
That is smart. I probably wouldn't have thought of that.
Stick with me, Basso. I got you. I got the best ideas, best treasure ideas.
Yeah, I mean, this place itself is a treasure, right? Look at it; it's magnificent structurally. I mean, it's obviously a bit of a doer-upper, but yeah, I love this place.
I've seen better. Want to try the window?
Yeah.
So we go over and try and open up any nearby window if we can find one.
Imagine the double doors of this mansion. You try the door, and it feels like it's sticking. It's like they're almost like a suction type of sound that accompanies it as you try to pull it open. Same thing with the windows, but you do notice these crawling insects that, because of the dampness, it's almost like the sound is deadened. But you can, for some reason, hear the chewing.
Ooh, I don't like that. Got a quick question above the table. With rituals, they're not just free to use willy-nilly. There a role associated?
Yes, rituals are your form of magic in this world. And because magic is inherently risky, anytime you want to use a ritual, you will automatically call upon a risk roll. So, if you choose to do so, we can see what the first roll is going to look like.
Yeah, why not, right? I've escaped the cold. Let's get on with this. Yeah, we
Okay.
need to get inside quickly. Come on, it's getting dark. I want to be inside where it's, I dare say, a little bit warmer, but let's go. I'd like to use a ritual called Door. I can draw a door on a solid barrier to create a portal through it.
All right, cool. Before you do, before we set up the roll, excuse me, I just want to know like what Diane and Revel are doing. Are you watching Cassian and Bazo just try to barrel their way in?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like when other people are making an effort for you, why would you go ahead and, too many cooks, that kind of thing.
I think Diane and Revel will like share a look, even just like, no, just let them do what they want to do.
Yeah, she's like,
Um,
oh my goodness, you're so strong. That's great.
Love it. Sorry.
I love your ideas. Do some more. And like Diane is just gonna fix her hair, her lovely, lovely hair that has like it's seen soap and sunlight. Okay, some very unfitting for this area that we're in. But I will state that Diane very much does have a backup plan if this doesn't work.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Yeah, I think Revel in general, when she's feeling unsure of something's gonna look up at the sky and just sort of look reassured and be like, I'm exactly where I need to be. It's fine.
Nice. Alrighty. Okay, so Basso, we're going to build your risk roll. All right. So
Oh,
before
yeah.
trying before trying something risky, and the players, you can follow along on the reference sheet that I had given you. I'm going to ask the others, what could go wrong here? This is where you give suggestions on
Oh,
if it goes badly, what could happen?
oh no.
I feel like
Activating this door. Yeah.
I feel like the chewing sounds are not a good thing. So I feel like they might interfere with anyone trying to do anything to the physical aspect of the house.
Interesting. Okay.
The magical door could slam open at an opportune time, hit Basso in the face. I would be afraid of that immediately.
I would say that the door is a mimic. but I feel like that's too early, and I just personally like mimics. So instead, I'm going to say, you get home alone, where when like the door handle is too hot because you're magic.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm alone.
Mhm.
I thought that
Thank
was gonna like Home Alone. I thought you were gonna like you fall through it and end up separated from the group or something like that. I thought that would be terrifying.
You open
That
it.
would be terrifying, yes.
It would
But
be
no,
Paint
definitely
can.
something going wrong. I mean, I take that one as your possibility for sure.
Mhm.
So there you go. All right. So
Wait, did I
again,
just give myself a bad
You
a bad
did.
option?
You did.
yes, you did. Yes, you
I'm an
did.
idiot.
There are no good options. I'm beginning to realize.
Oh, wait till we do
Okay.
devil's bargains. Okay, so next we're going to gather our dice. All right, so again, we are playing with two colors of dice, light and dark. We get the first light die if this is something you are skilled at because of your occupation or your background, or if you have useful equipment. When they pick the occupation and background, there are automatically skills associated with such. And so you can apply one of those things or several of those things, but you only get the one light die to start. Okay.
Okay.
So, what are you using?
Okay, so in my robe, which is like a well, it's not a robe. It's a colored woolen poncho. But I lift it up and there's like little pockets and I've got a selection of chalks in there,
Nice.
like a range of colors.
Mhm.
And I pick a chalk that I think would go well for the store.
Great. Okay.
And yeah, so I've used these chalks before, escaping the cult.
Nice.
To Yep, and as a skill,
You
has
only have
everyone
to
got the
pick
skill?
one.
You only have to pick one.
You
Oh,
only
so I
have to
could.
pick one. So
I could.
skill or equipment. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go with the chalk then. That's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So first light die. Then the dark die is if you're risking your mind or body, you're definitely risking because, again, magic in this world is inherently dangerous. So use of a ritual, automatically risky. You get that dark die.
So
Now,
that's okay.
for the second light die, you can get it for accepting a devil's bargain. A devil's bargain is something that the rest of us will offer up, with the caveat of no matter what, regardless of how you roll, this will happen. Okay, so no matter what kind of devil's bargain do we want to offer, Basso? Now, you don't have to take any of the
I
devil's
feel
bargains that
it's
we
really
offer.
early to be accepting devil stuff.
Hey, listen, you don't have to accept it. You can tweak it even if you want. But I mean, if you don't accept a devil's bargain, you don't get that second light die, which
Okay.
helps
Okay.
with your odds in succeeding with what you're trying to do. Okay?
Okay.
So I just want to remind you about that.
All right.
So what do we think we can offer Basso as a devil's bargain? No matter what, I think when you open up the door, no matter what, you will see signs that the cult you escaped has been here. That's the
Okay.
devil's bargain I offer.
Okay.
Anybody have any other devil's bargains
got
they'd
one.
like to offer?
When
Yeah.
you finish drawing the door, the house, you drop a piece of chalk that is swallowed up by the house.
No.
Could be your favorite piece of chalk. Oh boy.
Oh
So,
no. Okay.
okay.
I got one.
Okay.
No matter what, every fourth step you take in this house is gonna have a terrible squeaky floorboard
Fucking hell.
that you will hear.
Oh
Every
my.
fourth step.
Interesting. Oh my gosh.
It's like a
Okay.
beat.
All right. Revel, do you have any devil's bargains you'd like to offer at this time? You don't have to,
I'm-
but I mean.
I'm gonna save some bargains for later.
Okay, great. Cool. So you can choose between any of those to get that second light die, or none, but you just won't get it if you don't accept devil's bargain. So
Okay.
the offer is you lose a piece of chalk, maybe your favorite. You see evidence of the cultists here, or you are getting squeaky steps every fourth step you take.
Okay. Okay. As I've got multiple pieces of chalk, that one would be quite an easy one to take. But fuck it, it's a one shot. I'm gonna go with squeaky floor.
Okay. Squeaky floor. Okay, so you are going to go to the trophy dice roller and you're going to go under risk and you're going to hit 2 light, 1 dark, please.
Alrighty. Okay, we're ready. Here we go. So I take my chalk out. I go up and I make a bit of a show of it. You know,
Yes.
I'm a hedge, you know, so this is my occupation.
Mm-hmm.
I mumble a few words, look important, flick my hair, and then just like artistically draw a door, doing little kind of like designs in each corner, and then seal it up. And as I seal it, it kind of burns around, and then I roll my dice. Oh, it's got the horns. There's an antlers.
Yes, it's light. Excuse me, light 6, which means you succeed, no problems. However, however, the no matter what, the devil's bargain will hold. So once you start stepping into this place, you're gonna have you're gonna be squeaking like as if you have bad shoes. So your condition, you add a condition in that place on your character keeper, put in 4th step squeaky.
Oh, is that what the conditions part on my character sheet is? Okay.
Now, just to like let everybody know, conditions are fictionally positioned, right? So they don't affect you mechanically, but you can use them as part of your narrative as affecting you from here on in. So, I mean, just keep that in mind. If ever, excuse me, there's a point in the narrative that you want to oh, all this stuff is happening to me and it's going to continue to happen, unless there's some circumstance that would trump that.
Okay.
So it's very possible to have conditions, but just they don't affect you mechanically. They just affect you fictionally. Okay.
Right.
So, all right. So
Okay,
you succeed. So you've drawn the door. You've made it through. If you're the first one through, yep. If you're the first one through, it's like you will start to notice that every 4th step you take starts sounding like you've hit that board.
Okay.
You've hit that specific place in the house that just
Yeah. So I let the door open, and then I'm like, friends, please step through this wonderful portal that my magic has created for you.
I whistle a little tune as I do so.
Impressive magic, really. And I'm gonna also step in, and also I just want to add, I am picturing in my head, the squeak sounds like SpongeBob shoes, making this so much more easier for me to play.
Can you
Where
give me an
is your
example of how
uniform?
that sounds? I'm not familiar. Could you give me that squeak?
No, I don't want to make it. I don't know how to make it, but it's like squeaky and crunchy at the same time.
oh my god, total ASMR in game. And then, so I'm assuming that the order is Basso, Cassian, Diane, and then Rebel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think as you step through the portal and enjoy the benefit of Bazo's ritual, I think as soon as you go through it, Rebel, I think it'll with a resounding it's going to get swallowed up, and then you see the moldering double doors close you in.
Seems unnecessary, but okay.
You find yourselves in this grand foyer. You are seeing archways in front of you, off to the sides. You see spiraling staircases moving upward, up and around the archways. Perhaps even behind one of the archways you see a grand column. this looks a little bit bigger on the inside than it did on the outside. How very strange. If you turn and look around this place, noticing the faded papers, wallpapers, paint, you will notice there is a crest above the door. To each of you, it is oddly familiar. I would like to know what it reminds you of. Where have you seen it before? And what makes you think it might be yours?
I wanted to ask if I can use a skill
Okay.
to recognize what the crest is.
Ooh. Generally, generally, like, using a skill is more for like a hunt roll in Trophy Gold. But yeah, I mean, like, just for funsies, it's like, go ahead and use the skill. You would just roll. It's not dangerous, so I mean, like, you could roll like a light die if you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah.
So out of curiosity, would you say I should roll for lore or for symbols?
Either way. I mean,
Okay.
I will tell you right now that my players find out real quick that you can parlay me anything. Convince me why you can use that particular skill, occupation, background, whatever it is, you know. So,
Okay. I rolled a 3.
okay. Ah, interesting. So, for any kind of roll, if you get a 3, that is a fail. But I'm going to say that you don't know you failed. Perhaps you're combing through your store of knowledge, Revel, and you are trying to remember something about this particular house. And it fits your narrative. It fits your story. Again, what does this crest remind you of? Where have you seen it before? And what makes you think it might be yours? And this is a question for each one of you. The beginning.
I apparently have started talking, so I'm going to continue if that's okay with everyone. So I think for Revel, it's going to be something that she remembers seeing as a symbol in the astrology books that kind of like started taking her away from astronomy and towards her current hyperfixation and her current occupation. So I think she thinks it's kind of like a sign from the universe that says this or whatever this house is going to yield belongs to you. You're in the right place, you're on the right path. This is definitely yours.
Clarifying question. Are we all seeing separate things?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
It could be because of the damp, the mold. You could be having some sort of hallucinatory problems.
We're all
Or
tripping.
Or the house is starting to assert control. But yes, what do you see, Cassian?
I see the crest of a group of uh holy folk and healers that I left my sister with before coming here. People I owe money to.
But if they're holy folk and healers, why do they need the money? Why
That's a
do they
great
need the
question.
treasures that you are going to grab from the house?
They told me it was for expensive reagents and components for healing spells, or healing rituals. I don't think I saw anyone cast a single ritual while I was there. Hmm.
Bazo, Diane, what do you see?
You go first. I'm doing the nose
You
thing.
go first.
No, I'm doing the nose thing. You're it.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay. Okay. Um, Bazo looks up and steps a bit closer. Squeak! Doesn't know why that happened. We're on flagstones, but never mind. And sort of gets a sense of deja vu at the crest, as he's performed like readings for people back when he was in the cult. They would ask for readings about their fortunes, etc. He would have visions, and always in that vision, this crest would be somewhere within the vision. It might be a symbol that the person is wearing, or it might be embossed on candlesticks. It, at one point, he remembers seeing it. He did a reading for himself, and he remembers seeing it. It was almost like an old memory of his own baking bread with his grandmother, and the crest was on a bag of flour as well. It's something that he's seen all throughout his life. He never saw it in the flesh at the cult, but there seems to be something tugging at him, something from his deep past and also his subconscious. It feels comfortable, it feels familiar, associates it with baking, which is not what the cult was about.
I think that's my call. So, few things here are going to happen. Diane will see a crest, a mark, something that resembles Nagane and all its ridiculous glory. And it almost like shines this like light on her face, which kind of just lights up the rest of her jewelry, her gold, her silver, whatever she's wearing. And then in that moment of light where it's so blinding and she has to look away, she will remember that she is used to standing behind the line because she is used to serving. And so she will continue to stand behind the line and look at the rest of y'all. And now I would like to argue that I could use my skill or my background at it as a disgraced courtesan to perhaps figure out who I need to butter up in this group. Because everybody here, objectively, from what I have seen so far, offers many, many things. Revel is clearly clever and can hold a conversation with me. Bazo just did magic door shit. And Cassium like bake. I'm like, oh, that's wide. I love a wide. Amazing. So there's so many options, many good options. And now I have to pick. And that is what I choose to focus on instead, knowing that my destiny is here, but I can't do it by myself yet. Not yet. I just got to figure out who is who am I gonna butter up first? Could I make a roll for that? I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this,
You don't
but I'd
have
like to.
You don't have to. This is a narrative choice for you. If you'd like to roll to see if you can make a like an eeny meeny miny mo choice, that's fine.
Could I do that? I might just do that and like be like assign people like numbers. So I would just
Absolutely.
make a
We have a
roll and then
we
figure
have a
out who to butter.
we have a plain roll button right there in the dice roller if you'd like,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to
If
see.
if that's okay.
That is perfectly fine.
Cool.
So
I
like
understand you making
Kaizen's
choices.
odds and Rebels evens, yeah, that what works.
Bazo's also in it, so it would
Oh
be
right,
like yeah, like Kaizen's like
Someone just took himself
1-4,
out.
Rebel is 2-5, and
mate, you
Bazo's
already
3-6,
gave me a
like
squeak.
that.
Come on.
Yeah. Like, oh, you squeak. We're on tiles, bro. Like, how you squeaking? Okay.
Only 25% of the time.
Only
Yeah, true.
25% of the time.
25%.
But that may take Bazo out of the equation because he squeaks too much. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Diane likes
Yeah,
it.
Can you live with that? Can you live with the squeak?
Yeah. Can you live with
squeaks are hot.
Well, admittedly, Bazo is too. So
25% of the time. All
Rebranding.
the time.
No, I'm glad that we all decided to make really hot people for this doomed adventure.
yeah.
Pretty privilege is
I'm
over.
not sure how to do the rule. I guess I'll just add that. Does that make sense? I don't know.
There should be like a plain roll button on the very bottom of the list.
Yes,
Under
the
production.
plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it's just it needs me to add a thing.
Oh, just
Yeah, yeah. It still
It doesn't matter
requires
like the
me to
color.
like.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Doesn't matter what color. Yeah. Okay, you rolled a
Dope.
4.
I rolled a 4. We going wide.
Hey, it's a wide boy summer. Let's
Wide
go.
boy summer.
White boy summer.
Oh my gosh.
I chose the one built like a fridge.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. I'm just gonna gently move a little bit closer and maybe ask, what's so interesting? What do you see?
Uh, just did you also pass the the little healing temple a few towns back?
Well, there's a lot of temples. There's a lot of gods. Could you be a little bit more specific?
Yeah, I mean it looks like it just looks like a cup pouring water. Um, but the water's red. Do you see that? What do you see?
Oh, I mean, I definitely see the cup. It's just not it's not pouring anything for me, but I mean, how would I know?
Uh, I don't know how. I mean, I'm still not over the fact that we're not seeing different things here. That's kind of boggling my mind. Um, and then I turned to everyone else and I asked, "What do you guys? Do you guys seeing the cup?"
Did you say you're both seeing different things? What are you seeing?
I'm seeing a cup pouring like a red like drop of something. I assume water. What do you see?
We're going to come back to the fact that you think water is red, but I see like almost a heraldic thing with moon and stars and some constellations and things. It's very intricate. It's very nice. That's not a cup, though. You also see a cup? Turns to Diane.
Well, I think it's a cup, but it could be a lot of things. That's it. That's the weird part. There's a lot of shadow on mine.
Hmm.
But yours sounds so nice.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I suppose in some lights, the sort of herald shape could be cupish. I don't know.
I don't think I
But
know what a heraldic shape looks like.
like a shield, sort of, where
Shield
you've
could
got,
be kind of cupish.
yeah.
What? What is wrong? What? No.
What are you
This,
seeing then?
I'm seeing like a sickle and a wheat sheath with a sun rising behind it. That's nothing like a cup or a herald.
Well, I mean, if the herald has like stars and stuff on it, like maybe the rays of the sun does
Yeah, maybe.
things. And a cups come in many different shapes.
Cups do, in fact, come in many different shapes, but it is, I feel like if we're all seeing something different,
Something is messing with our eyes,
I close mine immediately.
which means our brains. I look around.
or
There are mirrors here on the wall.
Oh, oh, mirrors.
Mirrors.
I approach a mirror. I come within 3 feet of the mirror.
You see your beautiful reflection. But then it's almost like a shaft of light kind of moves. And you blink. And then your reflection in the mirror shows, looks like a young man. He seems to be beckoning to you to come. His eyes are hollow, dark circles underneath. And he just looks haunted.
Does he look familiar?
Does he? Does he remind you of anyone from the Piper's followers?
I mean, I suppose he could be who I'm thinking of, but he looks much altered. He looks gaunt and nothing of the spirit she used to have.
Perhaps you see the bars behind and then now around them. They are imprisoned. Maybe he's beckoning you to help them. Revel, come help. Only you can help. Free us. Get the treasures. Pay our way out.
I will.
Nobody else sees what you see. But
Okay.
do they hear you speak that to the mirror? It's my question.
Do you hear me say anything to the mirror?
You will what?
Do you, hey,
Who are you talking to?
what do you see when you look in the mirror? On the theme of apparently interpretation of art, what do you see when you look in the mirror? Any of you?
Oh, I just see our reflections.
So do I see my reflection?
When you
Or
turn
just
back to
the
when you turn back to the mirror, your reflection is back.
think I think I think Basil was on to something. This house playing tricks on us.
Well, I did hear that it was not a normal house, which is part of the charm, I think, and probably why it hasn't sold and been empty for so long. Maybe there's more to it than meets the eye.
How big is this mirror?
It's probably from top of the head to the waist.
I'm gonna take off my sack and just try and start shoving the mirror into my backpack. Like, well, How much do you think we can get for this? We should just start stripping things off the walls and try to sell it, right?
Oh,
Like
that's
this
got to be
is it
like
the treasure?
10 gold pieces probably.
Oh, that's so much.
That's loads. It's unwieldy though. I mean, you could probably get smaller items of a higher value, but I mean, if we could prop it up by the front door and on the way out, if we still got
Good idea. Neat little piles of treasure
yeah,
by the
yeah,
front
let's
door. I
yeah,
like
let's
it.
start collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're onto it. This is if we just
Again,
block our minds off to the creepy shit that's going on, let's just start looting, right?
you have the archways that you can go through. You have the hallways up the stairs. It's calling out to you
Stairs or the archways.
Going
everywhere.
upstairs usually implies bedrooms.
And that's where they keep the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me know, like,
Yeah.
who's going where? Like,
Yeah, I think we're all splitting up. Everyone going separate ways. No.
That seems like nothing has
hmm,
ever gone wrong with that plan.
no,
I'm kidding.
nothing
I'm
has
kidding.
ever gone wrong with that
Kidding.
plan. No.
What in the Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not solving a mystery. You're trying to get some stuff. So, just tell me if you're going to stay on this floor or you're going to go up the stairs
I
or
would like to go upstairs. Where would you like to go, guys?
Are there are there sort of, is there like a living room, like an obvious
you're in the
large
big
room?
you're in the big foyer. There's archways going off to the left, right, and down dead center. Oh, I didn't mean to say dead, did I? Never mind.
Is
Not
there
going that way.
you said there's art on the walls?
There's art, the mirrors, there's you can find treasures everywhere as you're starting to really look. These bookcases are dusty, but there are valuable tomes here even. There's some locked display cases that gleam down the hallways in other rooms.
Can
You just
I
have to look.
can I see if there is art with any kind what's like that looks out of place, like less valuable, or just like not as impressive as everything else?
Oh, yes, absolutely. If you find yourself wandering down one of the hallways, like on this floor, it's like you get to a room that has locked display cases with ornaments of silver and just some other identifiable metal. Maybe also like ornamented with pearls or with enamel. Some of them look pretty tasteless and tarnished, but some have to be valuable, of course. These are just the treasures that are displayed to visitors, not even what the house has considered best to offer. They're all here.
Actually, if Revel is I'm assuming you're looking at like the paintings with intent.
Mhm.
Diane might kind of walk over to tap you on the shoulder and kind of lean in. Uh, not necessarily to whisper. I'm definitely not whispering, but it's more so to show like, I am trying to have like this conversation is meant for you specifically, since you are the one that I'm seeing do this. And
Mhm.
Diane will say, you know, sometimes I hear people hide things in the paintings, like in between the picture frames, like a map, or sometimes during the bad days of war when they want to hide their treasures.
Behind you guys, like you just see Cassian with like a big frame moving back towards the door and just with a pile.
Is it a mirror or is it a painting?
It's a painting.
Okay, I'm gonna say that as you're pulling off this painting off the wall, you're going to bring it towards you like it's facing you, and you meet the eye of this person in the painting, you get a doubling of vision. You're seeing yourself through the painting's eyes. You can see yourself looking surprised, holding the painting in front of you. You're part of the painting, watching someone else pilot your body. Just for a moment. And then flips back, and you are holding this painting, looking at this painted eye again.
When I'm looking at the owner of these eyes at this moment, what do they look like? Do they still look like me, or is it someone else?
The painting looks like
Mm.
someone different. Someone else looks like somebody of nobility that perhaps is a former owner of the house. They are in fine robes and has this look of disdain on their face as they stand there, maybe one hand at their hip and another holding cane. But yes, you are back in your own body, holding this painting.
I
Like,
kind of almost drop it for a second. I let the edges of the frame slip through my fingers for just a second before grabbing it again. I catch myself. And I turn around to Revel and Diane, and I'm like, if you touch the paintings, weird stuff happens. And I keep going to put this by the front. And I put it next, like on top of the mirror that Revel saw something in.
What does the house tell you as you move away from the others? What does the house tell you while you're alone?
I hear whispers of, I know what you did.
Bazo, what are you doing? Where did you go?
Bazo is, as much as he wants to loot, um, wants to know the source of the power of this house. He's into spirits, and he knows that this is something is here, and wants to know the source of it. Whether that is through, I don't know, some traumatic act of the past that happened here, or he's familiar with cults. Cults can also bring about terrible change to places. And he wants to find out the source, but he also wants the source of that power. So he's going to look around. I don't know, maybe there's a chapel, maybe there's, I don't know, a basement, a hidden place of this house. Where would the house hold its secrets? And that's why he wants to find. But he doesn't want to do it alone. He wants to ask someone to come with him.
Who does he ask?
He asks Revel. Hey, Revel, you know, a lot of places like this would have libraries or places where they would keep all their hidden knowledge. Is that something you'd want to check out?
You mean like the bookshelves that are all around us?
Yeah, but those are the public ones. They wouldn't put all their, like, the proper knowledge just out there. They'd probably have like a secret library or something tucked away. Should we go? You want to search it out?
Yeah, sure, why not? Before we leave this room though, any any piece of art particularly not stand out to you?
What with the art? Something that doesn't
That doesn't
doesn't
stand out. There's
it
a lot
doesn't
of
sa-
really that there's stuff that clearly
yeah,
is going to be in Kazian's bag in like 5 minutes, but everything else, like what is something that is not,
like quite mundane. Something
something
uh
that is really that stands out because of how
oh,
unremarkable it is.
um and
For
Buzzer looks
instance,
around.
something that one might not mind, even if one were the owner, destroying in order to access something that they've been keeping secret.
Yeah, I guess like a that candle and that candle holder there, the candle itself, the wax candle itself, that looks pretty normal and just it's like quite mundane, I think. Owner wouldn't mind that just being snapped or used up.
So I think just before just making her way out of the room, Rebel's gonna go and kind of escape room the little things that are standing around. It's just kind of go like, ooh, does this turn? Ooh, is there like a painting that obviously moves easily off the wall? Basically looking for either a safe or something that like opens a secret doorway or something.
I'm gonna have you do a risk roll for this because
Mm.
with you switching around like different things, regardless of Cassian like pretty much like looting the walls, like I think maybe something that you're doing with like the innocuous objects is going to cause some kind of problem. Okay, so
Okay.
for the risk roll, let's build it again. But first, you're turning around all these little things and what have you. What do we think will go wrong?
This is for everybody, right?
This is for everybody. Yep. What do we think will go wrong with Breville, like, fiddling with things, basically?
Oh, so you'll probably, I don't know, pull a lever and a trapdoor will open and we're
Bingo,
all
that was mine.
Wrong lever.
yeah. Classic.
Classic. Yep.
Oh no.
Anybody else have a suggestion of what could go wrong?
Think like as your fingers go behind like a frame or in some like hole that you check, it like just quickly bites the tip of your finger,
Hmm.
maybe like off,
Like that
but
too.
like superficially.
Yeah. Something to make you bleed.
You're going to find a very interesting book, and that book will be the most interesting bit of lore that you will find in this house. And it's
Love
the
it.
second volume, so you don't know where the first.
Damn it! Oh! That is so good. Oh my
Evil.
god, that's
Evil.
amazing.
Oh, that hurts me at a
You're an evil
Diane, you're
genius.
cursed
character
being
level.
you.
I like evil
Amazing.
shit.
Amazing.
But like
Okay.
when it's really small, you know?
But that's amazing. Okay, let's gather your dice. All right, light die. If this is something that you're doing that you're skilled at because of your occupation, background, or you have useful equipment or whatever. So, yeah. Again, parlay me.
I feel like because of symbols,
Yes.
I think Rebel might be good at recognizing what is
Hmm.
commonly known evil symbols, so sort of staying away from that. But yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Take that. Dark die. I'm gonna say it's risking your body because if that trap door is like is a real thing, you're gonna go through it for sure. Now, you can get another light die to increase your odds of success by accepting a devil's bargain. What do we think will happen no matter what?
So while people are thinking about that, so I've got one light die and one dark die so far.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. Devil's bargain. What will happen no matter what?
Trade alert. You get whatever the effect of this roll is. We get you for some reason are able to see one random star that is blindingly bright through all walls, and it's just a random piece of the sky. You're an astrologer. I feel like that would be weird.
I can always see the star.
You can always see this
wherever I look.
one
no.
star that's
Hmm.
blindingly bright rather.
So-
Easy thing for a devil's bargain from me is that you will be separated from the rest of the group.
Hmm.
The
Anyone else
bottom
wanna try
sole
that
of
one?
your left shoe has has started to become undone. Have
Does
you
it
ever
squeak?
walked like that?
It's
my
only
God.
undone every third step.
Oh my God.
Have you
Fluffy.
ever no
We could start a
listen,
band.
listen,
Yeah.
have you ever walked in shoes where the soles have begun to rip and so now you're walking and it's an extra flap and then
Yeah.
eventually you're gonna like because you fucking kicking shit, you're gonna
Yeah.
kick the wrong thing and it just rips off entirely and now there's no support, you're basically
Yeah.
in socks
Yeah.
and but like less comfortable socks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
No, I know
insoles just
exactly.
Your
come
left
out.
shoe is fucked.
Yeah. Oh
So
God.
left shoe is fucked. You fall through a trap door, or you see a random star always.
I think
thought-
also, can I add?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh.
You find like a letter or a memo hastily written that talks about followers of Piper.
Ooh.
In
Okay.
what
In
way?
your shoe.
Yeah.
This is why.
So
why the fellas are fun. Oh no,
So-
it's all coming together.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, when your shoe rips off,
Oh my God.
a piece of paper falls out, and it mentions the location of followers of Piper. You don't know if it's true or not.
Oh my.
Could
Are
be
we
a
allowed to
retro.
combine
gee.
ours for like
Yeah,
a
I don't know, is that
greater
all right?
effect?
Okay. Wait.
With
Okay.
our-
So hold on. So you pick a devil's bargain, and there has been cases of people picking all of the devil's bargains, but you only get the one light, the second light die.
Okay.
All right. Or none of them, in which case you don't get the second light die. Okay. So your choice. I mean, like, you accept a devil's bargain, you can like one or some or all if you want.
Just to clarify though,
Yeah.
yours was that I get
Falling.
separated.
Yes, you're like going to fall through a trap door and you're going to get separated. Yep.
Ah.
That happens no matter what. Hmm.
That sounds
Okay.
fun.
It does sound fun. Sounds like I get a ride without buying a ticket. Okay, so I am going to take that devil's bargain, the
Sure.
trapdoor one.
Okay.
I am going to take the letter one. And while it is not actually actively physically harmful, I'm not going to take the other two.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's totally up to you. Okay.
So maybe if you fall through a trapdoor, you find some letters that mention the followers of Piper.
Yeah. Right.
So I add 2 light die.
Yes, under risk roll, you do 2 light die, 1 dark, please.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, so I don't add 1 for each devil's bargain?
You only get the
Okay.
1 light die.
Ah,
For
shit, why
devil's
did I
bargain.
take 2 devil's bargain then? Okay, never mind. It's fine. It's done now. Okay, I feel like this was
Yeah, 3
less
is
than ideal.
right, because then you definitely fail. You don't find anything, and like one of those things that we said could go wrong will go wrong. You can add a dark die and re-roll, which means it'll be 2 light, 2 dark to re-roll if you don't want to accept the 3. The 3 light.
Sure, you know what? It's a one shot.
It's a
Why
one
not?
shot, right? Risk it for a biscuit.
We're all
go
gonna
for it.
die.
We're all
It's
gonna
great.
die.
It's
fine.
great. 2
So
light, 2
2
dark.
light, 2 dark.
Yes.
Okay.
please.
Let's go. Come
Let's
on.
go.
Ooh,
Okay.
that looks
So,
juicy.
all right. Yes, it is. Because got 4. 4 succeeds with complication. All right. But if it is higher than your current ruin, your ruin goes up by 1. What a ruin means is that you are falling prey to the environment. So you will narrate for us how you are getting closer to being lost
That kind of
to the
tracks though
manse. Yeah,
with the mirror
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead and describe your success, like finding, like I'll tell you that you do find like a secret door, secret door here, but it's like, what do you see or sense that makes you feel like you're falling for the house's influence?
I do get a secret door,
Yes, you do get a secret door for this.
and it's not the trap door.
It's not the trap door, but I will complicate your life once you tell me like how you're
Okay,
ruined.
got it. Okay. So Bazo comes in, and
Yeah, Bezo.
Bezo comes in and says, we should go do the thing. So I'm sort of distracted because I'm like talking to him as well. And so I am like jimmying some art on the wall. And I very helpfully leave the ones that jimmy easily, like sort of askew for Kazian's pleasure. And as I reach sort of like a really plain frame, it just kind of, one side is stuck to the wall, the other side comes off in my hand, and it opens, and there's like a safe behind it. And when I go to turn the dial, instead of the safe opening, the entire wall kind of opens towards me.
Yes.
And but there's also a little safe, like it opens like a tiny safe inside the door, but it's not apparent that there's anything in it. It's a small thing. And the door opens towards me.
What do you
As
hear? What do you hear the house say to you as you find this?
as the door opens, there's a particular, I don't know what it is about that particular opening of the door, either the way it sounds, the way it changes the air around me, but I suddenly am thrown back to the moment where I could not save that kid that I saw in the mirror the last time I had a chance. That kid and 2 others that I care about deeply. And it's almost as if it's happening, like I'm reliving it in 5 times speed in my head. And if I listen, if I try to hear them, much like hearing the insects chewing through the house when we initially came in, I can hear them because I know what they sound like when they're upset. And I can hear them just devoid of hope.
I think as you're seeing this in your mind's eye, and the panel is shifting, this door is opening, and this safe is kind of flying open, but you don't see anything. Bazo, I think you're also seeing this panel open, but then it does a strange fold where it takes Revel in, but then another panel comes through and then separates you two. Revel is trapped behind one panel, and you are now trapped behind another. And I think as you're being, in this memory revel, I think you will feel like a piece of paper thrust into your hand. You don't know what it is just yet, but when you finally come back to yourself and realize you're alone, I think you'll realize that it's this letter or this piece of paper about the Piper's followers. All right. So we are nearing like the halfway point, and I think this is a great time for taking a break. Like, join us back in 5 minutes or so. Go stretch, grab a beverage, do some human stuff, and then we'll be back in 5. All right. So see you then. So I just want to rewind just a slight bit. When strange things happen in Trophy, that usually calls for a ruin roll on the part of the characters, because they've seen something strange and disturbing. And ruin is a point system that essentially acts like hit points. The higher your ruin gets, the more lost you become to the environment, to the haunted place that you're at. And once you reach 6 ruin, you are completely lost. And then I would have that player narrate how the character loses themselves in the environment. Okay? So, given that, the strange thing that happened to Revel with the haunted mirror, and then the strange thing that happened to Kazian with the painting, I would like each of you to make a ruin roll. And you would just go on the trophy dice roller, go to ruin, and then hit roll. And then that will determine. Okay. Okay, so Kazian's ruin goes up if it's currently less than 5. Yeah.
It is.
It is. And Revel would go up if it's currently less than 3. Was it less than 3? So no, it doesn't go up. Right. So, Kazian, please tell us what the house tells you, or what you see or sense that gets you closer to becoming lost within it.
As I had just suffered from seeing myself like second person through the photos, and I kept carrying it over to my pile of loot by the front door. Um, the house let me know that it knew what I did, and then it sort of continued. Um, we see through the smile you put on tonight.
Are you referring to me?
What?
I have no idea. You said something and I have no idea who it was addressed to.
Oh no, the house told me this. Like,
Mhm.
You say that out loud to Diane, that the house told you this.
sure.
Diane, what do you think when he says that?
Diane has been standing and staring at things for a while. And so she's gonna like turn with the most like, who, me? No. What do you mean? I haven't done anything yet.
Um, and I just sort of like shake my head. I was like, hmm, I don't, what? Yeah, let me just put this back down. I'm gonna keep going for, where is everyone else?
I believe Bazo and Revel went off that direction, I'm pretty sure. And I point. If I'm being honest, I have no idea what they're looking for. But it looks like you're looking for anything that's not nailed down. Do you have a debt to pay or something? Should I be worried?
You know, debt, yes. Worried, no. I Why? I don't know why you'd be worried about, my financial situation. Everything's fine. Just you gotta pay some people for some things.
Oh, well, to be very blunt, I don't want to get mugged.
Nah, you're fine. I won't take something that belonged to somebody that like is in front of me.
Hmm. 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 Well, now I have another question for you. Let's say you grab every single painting worthwhile and mirror and doodads and jewelry and whatnot in this house. How do you expect to carry all that out?
Figured I'd just sort of like tie it all together in some sort of like fashion, sling it over my shoulder or drag it someplace. Um, Hawk it in the nearest like market or fence I could find.
Hmm. Okay. Well, um, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't see that working out for you. Not because I'm gonna stop you or anything, but because simply getting out of the house and the elements along the road. Maybe you're not gonna mug anyone, but you would look very muggable afterwards, after leaving with all those things. Baby, if you would like, join me upstairs while we go look for smaller, shinier things that might have a bit more value.
I'm down. Yeah, let's do it.
hmm And I mean, we could always find absolutely nothing. Then, well, you may have your pick of the wall. Though I, in particular, like this one lamp. Uh, and I am not taking that lamp with us right now because it looks dirty. But I will clean it and then take it with us
Sure.
eventually.
That lamp is yours. I won't touch it.
Thank you.
Do you think they have enough like copper or precious metals in the piping of this place that it's worth like stripping the walls?
No,
Okay.
no. This house is really old, and the last thing I think we want to do is structural damage. Unless you can also, make conjure doors out of
I can
chalk
conjure holes in walls with my body.
with your
I'm good
body,
As
as
at
I assume
that.
so, yes.
as we leave ring two and watch you two go upstairs talking about things that could be within or outside of the walls, I want to ask. Um, we are leaving ring two and then entering into ring three, but I want to ask, what did the house tell you when you were alone, even for just a few moments, looking at the treasures or moving the treasures, or as you find yourself behind these panels separated from the others? What does the house tell you while you're alone?
Sorry, who's that to?
That's to everyone.
Okay.
The house asked me, uh, you enjoyed it, didn't you?
The house says to me, not even in a threatening, sort of menacing way, just not loud, not brash, not intending violence, but just in a sort of laid back tone that implies that it has all the time in the world and doesn't need to worry about me going anywhere. That punishment may be enacted upon me at leisure. And it says, "You always think you're so clever. Whatever decisions you take, you keep telling yourself that they were the best ones you could have taken at the time, but are they? Those people left in the Piper's grass. If you didn't think you always, always knew better, wouldn't they be safe now?" And basically say the same thing, like over and over and over without giving me a break.
What's the house tell you?
Bazu hears, "You're so close. You're so close. Keep following the signs and reveal the secrets. I'll reveal the power that you want. You can stay here, raise that family. You don't need those other people. Who are they to you? Strangers. You can stay here. You can have a family forever. I'll share the secrets. I'll share the power. Just follow the signs. Follow the signs. Follow the signs."
The house tells Diane there's only one thing in here that will win the heart of the heir that I seek. It's nothing I've seen already, though.
It's new and amazing. And we enter into ring 3. As you are all making your way through wherever you find yourselves. And I would like to hear from Revel when we get to that point about what the letter says. If you want to say, you can keep it to yourself if you'd like. But as you're making your way to the respective places or through the halls, think on what you might have seen, what you might have remembered before you found yourself in this particular fix. Who slipped a priceless treasure into their backpack without telling the rest of you? And what are you thinking about when you realize it?
Is it time for me to talk about the letter?
Yeah.
I think the letter is from one of the young people. I mean, they're not little kids, but they're sort of people in my hometown who were a few years younger to me and so looked up to me, kind of thing. And I think the letter is from one of them, and that the letter, it's this girl who, it's because I know what she sounds like in real life that when I read the letter, it's not a letter she's actually written to me ever. It's just the last conversation we had, written in letter form. And I can hear the excitement in her voice. She's saying, oh my God, the next time you're here, we have to do this. We have to do this. It's going to be so incredible that, I mean, the next time you're here, we will get an entire month together and we can just go to this place and just all the things that she wants to do. And she doesn't have to help out on the farm. I never saw her again after that conversation. But I never got this letter. It was a conversation. How is this possible? Is the house... Can it read my mind? Can it read my memories? How is this even possible?
I think, Revel, you find yourself in a room. There's a fire burning. There's a fire burning. There's a comfy armchair by the fire. Even through the damp of the walls and the rot on the floor, it looks so comfortable. There seems to be somebody or something's weight creaking in it. And a voice whispers, almost next to your ear, as you see this. Welcome. Stay. There's no one in the chair. What do you think of that?
I think seeing the fire makes me realize how cold it is where I was standing when I was separated from the others. I move almost without thinking towards the fire, but I stop when I hear the voice. I can see that there is nobody in the chair. I don't know why the chair creaks. Maybe the chair made a devil's bargain with Diane, I don't know. But I hear the voice. Is it coming from the chair?
No, it was coming from right next to you.
I freeze. Everything I know from my former master to whom I was apprenticed, everything I know says to look for evidence, and yet this house contravenes all physical evidence of all. Anyone of sound mind would have trouble believing what they see, what they hear, what they feel. When I hear the voice, I turn, but then I turn back because I both want to and don't want to know who or what the voice belongs to.
Make a ruin roll, please.
Oh, good.
Oh, heck, another ruin roll.
Don't worry, Basil. Your time's coming. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Revel's ruin goes up if it's currently less than 5.
All right. It is less than 5.
So
It is now 5.
it is now 5, and those looking at the character keeper can see that the image cell is darkened considerably. So what this means is once you have reached 5 ruin, you have now the option of making a reduction roll to reduce your ruin by 1. But to do so, you need to do something in service to the house, to the environment. So that could mean anything from somehow betraying your companions, sabotaging rituals, doing something to keep them away from the goal of the treasures of this house. You don't have to necessarily make it now, But when you do decide what you want to do to betray your companions, you will automatically reduce your ruin by making the reduction roll. The reduction roll is to see if, depending on how high or low it is, it will determine whether your companions know that you did it, that you're betraying them. So, do you have
No
something in
one's-
mind?
No one's out here trying to win Miss Congeniality. I'll let them know. It's fine. Cool. Great. I will keep that in mind.
Okay.
Revel gonna mess you up indeed.
We're going to think about it for sure.
Rev gonna give it to you.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a suggestion for how you are getting closer to the house. I think that because this spirit spoke in your ear, I think you will start to feel a melding, as if this entity is sinking into you and steals into you. And you have their memory, you have an understanding of who they are. So when I come back to you, I'd like you to think about, who was this person before they died? And why did they choose you to possess? Okay? Bazo, you have found yourself in separated by Revel as well as the others through this twisting, shifting panel in the house. You find yourself in what looks like hallways built within the walls. In some places it looks like it's like slightly slatted so you can kind of see through them into other rooms. And there's treasures in every room in this house. Books, ornaments, paintings, knickknacks in display cases, all of this. But that's not why you're here, is it?
It is not.
Why is your claim to the manse stronger than your allies? And how do you know this?
I know this on a deeper level, a spiritual level. I'm not here. I'm not going to be sidetracked by gaudy knickknacks. I want power. I want to talk to the spirit of this place. I want to share that power.
Okay.
So I'll stride past these window shopping with their cheap distractions, and I'll be like, show me the real power, coward.
The air turns thick and hard to breathe. It smells of someone else's perfume. What does it smell like?
Smells of hot, steamy nights in the cold. That's what it smells like. Where they didn't let us eat bread or pasta or any form of carbohydrate. It was a terrible place.
I think that's dispelled by maybe the smell of fresh baking bread. I should go further down the hallway.
Yes, I can smell it. I can't help it. I have to follow it.
Okay.
No.
Ruin roll, please. It's the smell of baking bread that should not be here.
Ruin roll. Just a straight up ruin roll. My ruin goes up.
If it's currently less than 5,
It is. It's now 4.
tell me what your memory is. Or sense of the place that makes you more lost to the mansion.
Yeah. My memory is that symbol on that we saw like at the beginning, that crest. It was on the packets of bread. It was with my grandmother. We were making biscuits. We were making tasty bread. And I was abandoned. Lost all that. Lost that comfort. Was taken in by a cult that forego such pleasures for pseudo health benefits, intellectual superiority.
You follow your nose, and I think you end up in the kitchen, and you see the house as it
Yeah, I
used to
do.
be in its prime. This grand kitchen of multiple ovens and burners and baskets of supplies
Oh,
and beautiful utensils and pans. All of this shining, brilliant, not decaying and decrepit.
why are you doing this to me?
Diane, Cassian, as you make your way upstairs and then again look into all these rooms, knickknacks galore, display cases, or even things that are right on the shelves, little ornaments that are in front of books. There's a signet ring sitting on a desk. There is a necklace set with rubies and gold hanging on a marble display stand. You see these things, both of you. And I ask you, why is your claim to the manse stronger than your allies? And how do you know?
My claim is stronger because I can take it by force.
My claim is stronger because I am stronger. Diane's gonna reach for the necklace.
This necklace is heavy. It's gold, set with rubies. It would look wonderful on you. Your hand reaches for it. Your hand. Are you aware that it's doing this?
Yes.
It
And
feels
I'm gonna
so good.
let it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so good in your hand. It's nice heft.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put it
Then,
on?
oh, sorry, you go ahead.
Do you put it on?
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna hold it to the light. Um, 1 second. Actually, go to someone else for
Okay.
a little bit. It's gonna get a
Sure.
little bit loud on my end. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. All right. So, Cassian, as Diane is like looking at this necklace that she found in one room, again, there is a signet ring on a desk in another room.
Yeah, I'm looking at the shelves in that room, and I'm sort of just like got one arm and just putting everything on that shelf in the bag before I see that ring, and I approach it and I pick it up and I try it on.
How did it, how does it feel?
Feels it feels right. Like it fits perfectly on my finger. Uh, I look at the signet, and it's the crest of the family that I used to work for. And I quickly take it off. Trying to put it back on, it doesn't fit anymore.
The ring and the necklace were like beside each other, right?
No, they're in separate rooms.
They're in separate rooms. Okay, dope.
Mhm.
So I'm
You've-
holding
Mhm.
the necklace
Yep.
up to the light. I'm looking at it like really nice. And then we're in separate rooms, but I'm going to go look for Cassian, Cassian Kaisen. My bad.
Yep, it's
Do you-
Cassian.
Oh,
Do
is it
you-
Cassian? Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Do you put the necklace on, or do you put it in your backpack?
I'm putting it in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it on myself
Mm.
just yet.
Okay.
Hmm.
You find each other.
Find anything good?
I did.
No luck over here.
Hmm. I found. I'm gonna show you the necklace.
Whoa. How much do you think that's worth?
These are real rubies. It's probably a lot.
I think it looked good on you, actually.
I do too. But this is not what I'm here for.
Did you ever? I don't think I caught what you are here for.
I'm here for something. Anything that will win me a title. And
Like-
money can do a lot. But a title around these parts, oh, money can't buy that.
The necklace is whispering to you, Diane, from your bag. Cassian is looking at you, but he doesn't hear it. It won't buy a title, but this necklace belongs to the crown of Nagane. They would pay, and pay dearly to get it back. Bring it back to them. Bring it back.
People keep coming in and out. So I'm like muting it. Diane's gonna hear all of this and she's gonna keep her smile up.
And then the voices continue by saying, there are greater treasures deeper inside. 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 Let us inside. Inside. Inside.
Will this necklace help you cover your debt?
If I can fence it, yeah.
Okay, well,
Are
you are
sure?
wearing red, so I think it would be better off with you. But can I put it on? Like, put it on you?
Diane, make a ruin roll, please.
I'm not really one for jewelry, but I mean, if you insist.
Who knows? You might actually like it.
Why not?
6 dark. Diane's ruin goes up if it's currently less than 6. Oh, hells
Yeah.
yeah. Do I need to ask how you fall deeper into the Manse's influence?
Diane listens very well to these spirits to these voices. And she was telling half truths about wanting a title. She wants a lot more than a title. The title comes with it. And she was not lying about how it cannot be bought with anything in here. I think Diane understands what the price is now. And so she's going to do a controlled free fall. So, can I put on this necklace, like on you?
Sure. But I'm keeping it. Yeah.
You're keeping it. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't think it's going to help me at all. Unless there's a deed to the house. Oh God, not this house either. Unless there's a deed to land, maybe. That will help me. I say all of this. Put on the necklace on you. If I need to make rolls, let me know, by the way. Put the necklace on you.
Oh, I mean, if Kazian lets you, then, like,
Mhm.
you know, you're all
Mhm.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let it happen.
Well,
Gleams. It gleams on Kazian's neck. They are very red. Deep like blood.
It does look really good on you.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It's a shame
Yes.
you're gonna have to sell it.
I think money gets me everything I want and need, so I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, there's tons of other rooms. I think we need to go deeper in the house.
So we just gonna leave Basso and Revel? Like they're
Well, do you want to go find them?
and maybe if we go further in, we'll find them, right?
Maybe.
We now enter ring 4.
Can I do something?
Absolutely.
Can I use a ritual?
Sure. What would you like to use?
I have the ritual in Enliven in which I give flesh and breath to an effigy.
Oh.
And I'm also a chain.
Okay.
Parts of my skills include rituals, commands, and elements.
What do you want to give flesh and breath to?
I want to push Kazian's spirit out and let another one come in.
Whoa, what?
And I've or let one rest in the necklace. Either or.
Ooh.
I don't know if I can do that, but an effigy is essentially an idol, and an idol can kind of be anything. And I give flesh and body, and I've given Kaizen's body something. I'm taking it very literal.
Ooh.
I need what I need.
Oh my goodness.
It's very different.
So, okay, are you affecting the necklace? Is that what you're trying to
I think
do?
I'm gonna affect the necklace. So if
Okay.
anything happens, I think, yeah, like as I said, I was like, that's not what I meant. I meant to put it in the necklace.
Okay.
So if something happens to Kazian, I can make a swap.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, do you want to rewind a little bit and then, like, you know, do that before you give it to him?
Yeah. See, as I'm saying it all out loud, it makes way more sense to have done that beforehand and then give it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you know, like, if you don't mind, Kazian, it's like we're gonna go ahead and rewind a little bit. So, you know, like, oh, it's a wonderful gift, but it's got something on it.
It's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh my. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's like PvP if you were gonna do it like directly against Kazian, but I mean, like, you know, in this case, it's like, you know, you're being sneaky about it.
See, that's why I was talking about skills. I have flattery,
Yes.
and I've been doing nothing but
You've
that.
been covering, yeah. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna say yes, but you're gonna be doing a risk roll. So as we
Yeah.
well know, with risk rolls, tell me what will go wrong. Everybody like puts in an idea of like what they think will go wrong if she fails this roll to use her ritual.
Let's
Ooh.
see.
S- can you just say again, what are you doing with this necklace? You're doing a spell, right? Ritual.
Mhm. To
What?
yeah, I'm doing a ritual to put us to allow a spirit of the manse to live in the necklace. So if or when something bad happens, I'm so sorry, this is wild to say out loud. So
Yeah, I
if
want to
or
hear
Say
it.
it.
when
Say
something
Say
it.
bad
it.
happens, a spirit can inhabit the leftover body.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, what will go wrong? Let's see. I think the spirit will probably try to take you over instead
Yeah,
because the ritual will go wrong.
I was gonna say that if it goes wrong, your visage turns to that of the spirit.
Oh,
I was gonna say your spirit fractures and part of you is stuck in the necklace.
oh,
Oh shit! It's getting hot. It's
Yeah.
getting spicy in now.
And it
Yeah.
squeaks.
And
Squeak,
it's
squeak.
That's
Every
Pazzo.
other tip.
Pazzo.
everybody coming after my damn squeaks.
All right.
I was gonna say that because when you said effigy, the first thing that occurred to me was burn in effigy. So I think the necklace will refuse to leave your hand. And so you can try and take your hand off it, but it will it just keeps on burning. Like it's not, you cannot see the impact, but it's just burning you. And every time the more it burns, the more you can hear the spirit being like, you think you're the boss of me?
Yeah. Oh my God. Amazing. Okay. Now let's build the roll. All right. So you obviously have rituals, and you were flattering, so you were kind of covering yourself. So that is the first light die. Because you're enacting a ritual, inherently dangerous, so risky. You're getting that dark die. Now, to get that second light die to increase your odds of success, we need a devil's bargain. So what do we think?
Bargains.
Yeah, flesh and
Yes.
breath to an effigy, doing this ritual. What do we think will happen no matter what for the devil's bargain?
That was bargain. Effigy.
I think.
The
Ooh.
rest of us look like. Wait, no, that's a penalty. That's not a bargain. Someone else go.
Okay. I think
I
you're attracting the attention of maybe another spirit that won't leave you alone. Like you will have a constant spirit companion for the rest of the time here.
I think your shadow will be demonic and look like a fractured demon with teeth and wings wherever it's cast.
I
I-
think, oh,
Go ahead, Purna.
sorry. Oh, I was going to say, I think that whenever you pass a reflective surface, whether it is glass or mirror, you will see yourself dressed as a noblewoman. You will see the possibility. And the longer you concentrate on it, the blurrier it will become until you just see yourself in what you're currently wearing, which is far from the nobility you want to become.
I think that you will not be able to pronounce the name of the heir apparent of Nagane.
Oh crap!
Oh,
Oh,
brutal.
that's deadly.
I love that. So good.
Damn. Okay, you got choices, Diane. I mean, like,
God,
do you?
choice. These are good choices.
I know. Oh my
These
God.
are very fucking good choices, y'all. I gave y'all squeaky shoes. You
So-
gave me
Curse,
narrative. I
you
gave you
cursed-
squeaky
Which
You
of these
cursed
which
me
of
with
these which of
squeaky
these
shoes.
beautiful devil's bargains do you want? Oh my God.
They're all really, really good.
Yes. I would have a hard time choosing myself.
Yeah, I'm having a difficult time. Oh God.
You could also choose none, right?
Yeah, you can also choose none. You just don't get that second light die.
Yeah, no.
This would happen no matter what, whatever you pick.
One of y'all couldn't have just said squeaky shoes. It would have been so much easier for me to not pick that one. Damn it.
There's no bad choice.
There
There's
is
no
no
bad
bad
choices.
choice. They're very, very fun.
They're gold. Oh my gosh.
Oh fuck, they're really, really good. I want I want being unable to pronounce the name. Yeah.
Holy crap.
I want that.
Amazing.
Nice.
I want that.
Beautiful.
I want that.
Okay. All right, great. So you get 2 light die, 1 dark, please, under risk. Let's see what you get doing this ritual.
Okay, risk. 2 light, 1 dark.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go. 4.
Okay. So 4 is a success with
Mhm.
complications.
Yay.
Risk it for a biscuit. Add a dark die and reroll. So it would be 2 light, 2 dark if you decide to do that to try and get a higher result.
You think you're gonna survive this?
Come on now.
I've been playing. Okay, I need y'all to know that y'all hit 4 just like really fast, and I was stuck at 2 for like 2 hours, bro.
Yeah, I
So
know.
I was like, should I play to win? But nah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play to doom. I'll risk it.
Okay, 2 light, 2 dark, please.
5.
Can't take it with you.
Okay, you can still. Oh my
Nice.
god, you can still keep going if you want. So you rolled a light 5, and that means that you can add another dark die and re-roll if you'd like. So 2 light, 3 dark.
Dark's bad though, right? Dark dice is bad, right?
Dark die is high. Like if there's an in the case of ties, dark die is high. But yes, yeah, dark.
Jesus Christ.
So you can add
So-
another dark die and re-roll. 2
Mhm.
light, 3 dark if you want.
We haven't done this yet, so why not?
Yeah,
Why not? Why
let's
not?
do it.
Why not?
do
Why
it.
not? Why not? Why
Do
not?
it.
Why, I'm
It's just
hyping
your
myself up.
spirit.
Why not? Yeah, it's just my
It's
soul.
just your
It's
just
just
your
my soul.
soul for
It's
eternity.
just my soul in this fucking wank ass house, old looking hole.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, success of the light 6.
Woo.
You succeed, no problems. You did. You did.
Risk
I
it
was-
for a
oh my-
biscuit.
Okay,
Oh,
so
holy
so
shit.
please tell me what your ritual looks like as you do this thing to the necklace
Mhm.
before you give it to Kazian.
I think this, because I'm hearing the spirits, I can respond back like telepathically almost, okay? Or perhaps it's my soul speaking to them. Somehow we are establishing a quiet connection
Yes.
where I will bargain with them, specifically saying, I give you a body, you show me where the artifact is. I'll give you a strong one that you can keep.
Fucking brutal.
We
It is
accept the
wide voice, Henry.
bargain. We accept the bargain, but we also take from you as well a memory. And as you're hearing this hissing whisper in your head, it turns into the hisses of the people of Nagane as they shout out and cry out the glory of their heir apparent. But the hisses dim. The hisses soften. And on the gentle susurrus of a wind that you do not feel anymore, the name of the heir apparent of Nagane goes out of your head. Try to say it. Try to say it now, Diane.
I think when Diane does try to say it, it's like in Spirited Away when God when Zeniba takes Sin's name, and that, well, not before she takes her name. It's like when she's trying to tell that bitch to shut up and she just zip and the whole lip kind of zips. That's kind of what happens. Like Diane cannot move their lips to form words, let alone sounds. It's just like glued shut when she tries to say the name. She can say other sentences and then it'll clamp real like shut. Like that's like the visual. That's the vibe. Um all this happens and I just put the necklace on, Kaizen, clap it nice.
Okay. And as you're putting it nicely on Kazian, I think, again, we enter ring 4. And this happens with all of you. No matter where you are, Revel, you are in that cozy study with the empty armchair. You are feeling this person take you on. And then, Bazo, you are in the kitchen. This beautiful kitchen that has these smells of bread baking. You haven't looked at the ovens yet, but you smell it. It's in your nostrils. Kazian, you've accepted this gift. It has a heft to it. I mean, gold is heavy no matter what, but it sparkles, it shines, but it feels heavy on your chest. And Diane, you're seeing the heir apparent of Nagane, whose name you cannot say. Footsteps sound in the hallway near you, for all of you. Something rattles a door. You are no longer alone in the manse. They descend upon you, the other residents of this mansion. You see spectral debutantes, skeletal servants, withered mummified corpses of a dozen generations of nobility. Perhaps, Revel, you even see people that look like the person that has inhabited you. You know they are relations. You know they are of the same noble house. Welcome, 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 they all say. And they snatch at all of you from wherever they are coming from. They try to grab you and attempt to drag you into the walls as their ghostly essence almost sinks into yours. They have long dead desires seeking to pilot your warm, living body. As they all say, as one, welcome home. How do you evade them? To where do you escape? Who is the first to consider throwing one of your comrades into the clutching undead hands? And this, Revel, is if you decide to do a reduction roll, like from where you are, to try and affect anything that is happening with the others.
So if I do a reduction roll, then I can affect what happens with the others?
Yes. I mean, like, you just have to tell me what it is, and then, like, I'll let you know how it will.
Sure, why not? I love how brave a one-shot makes me. Okay.
That's great.
Okay, so I roll reduction? Okay.
What?
Rolled a 6. If this is less than your current ruin, your betrayal goes unnoticed and you decrease your ruin by 1. You will always decrease your ruin by 1 when you make a reduction roll, so bring it down by 1 point. But it is not less than your current ruin, so everybody knows what you did. What are you doing?
Oh no. Wait, no, 6 is less than my current ruin.
6 is
Isn't
the
there
highest.
around 5?
Yeah, I had 5. And so
if
I reduce it, right?
Well, you definitely always do, but because it's not less than your current ruin, your hold on. Brain.
Right.
Hold on. So 6. This is
Oh,
not
so six is not less than 5.
right.
Therefore, it was the one thing you could have rolled for us to notice your betrayal.
Yeah. So
Amazing.
yeah.
Eh,
So they
we
know.
weren't
Perfect.
friends.
So
It's
they know.
fine.
Sorry.
Oh
Anyway,
no.
they know.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
Okay. I think to evade, I think my, best defense is offense, best offense is whatever, something to that effect.
Yeah.
I am going to basically channel, allow the spirit that is possessing me or
Mm-hmm.
trying to possess me
Mhm.
to have her say. I feel like she is the embittered dowager who used to live here and be entirely taken advantage of by nephews and nieces and whoever, and they would come and they would say these pretty things and they would just leave. So I think she's going to turn to the nobility around her. I'm going to be like, I want to get rid of these people. I feel like she also wants to get rid of them because they're leeches. I'm just going to let her yell at them. So that I just let her voice speak through me. They're like, oh, you're back, are you? Why? Why are you back? You said you would not return. How dare you darken my halls? How dare you try and take from me even these new spirits that have come? You do not deserve one more thing from me. You are not here for me in life, and you will not take from me in death. And I try to shoot them away. Or if they don't appear to be moving, then I turn around and pretend to walk off haughtily, but actually then run out of the room.
I mean, like, I'm gonna let that work because because 6 is still a success. You just letting them know. I think through the voices of these entities that are wandering around the place, I think it's almost like they're acting as like speakers for what you're saying. So your voice is combining with this spirit's, and they're all able to hear it everywhere they are, including your companions. So they hear your hissing voice combined with this spirit to send them on their way to find other people to bother. Gee, I wonder what's going on there. So,
Whoops.
whoopsie. I should let you know, though, like the temptation for all of you is that if you let the ghosts or the house have you, you could walk amongst the undead, explore at your leisure, take possession of every forgotten treasure the manse has to offer, or, if they were distracted, you could simply take what you please. So in Revel's case, yes. Yes, you can. In everybody else's case, it's your own choice, for sure. What do you choose to do? How do you evade these creatures, these other residents, from grabbing you?
I would like to cast a ritual.
Yeah?
I am going to cast Army to create illusory copies of myself.
Nice.
So I'm basically gonna like hold my own hand, and then the copy's hand sort of like unfold like a chain of like paper people, and
Yes.
then all of us are going to run out of the room and scatter.
Okay. All right. Nice. Distraction and confusion. Sure. Okay. It's dangerous. So, what do we think can go wrong, people? Risky ritual.
Ski ritual. So it makes multiple copies of you, and you dash away. But there's one real you in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Um,
I mean, the basic thing could be like, they're not fooled.
yeah, they can
Mhm.
they spot the real one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I I think if anything, your your clones, your shadow army distracts you.
That would be a ox thing to do. Yes,
Yeah,
they just run into each
because
other.
Do they
yeah,
bump
they
into
just
each
start
other?
running into each other. I don't think because it's not really specified, like besides the fact that it's an illusion, but like and that can mimic your actions. But like what if they're also solid? You know what I mean? So they
Mhm.
are in fact running into each other, running into you, and maybe not knocking you down, but certainly hindering you. Maybe
White boy summer. Blessing Anikos.
wide voice somehow.
Oh my god. Alrighty. So we've established a couple of things. All right. So building the role. What do you have as a skill or a piece of equipment that you're using for this?
So I think that this is an improvisational escape, and I have
Perfect.
improvising as a skill.
Perfect. Okay. And then, of course, risky because you're casting a ritual. Now,
Mhm.
devil's bargains. What we think will happen no matter what in casting this army ritual.
Ooh, I got one. I got one. Despite looking exactly like you, there is like one obvious tell that it is you. Maybe the ghosts don't know, but like maybe like because the spirits are just after, but like maybe people who regular people like us might be able to tell, like, I don't know. Everybody's got soulless eyes, but this one has there's a sparkle, something like that. There's a tell that is apparent, but maybe not to the spirits.
No matter what, you've given them something that they wanted. The illusory copies can be inhabited. And so, therefore, there's going to be many of you possessed by these spirits.
It's amazing.
So, that's my devil's bargain. Any other?
I can't think of one that's pretty good. That's really good.
Okay. So, accept either one or none.
Mads,
You
I'm gonna
think?
take yours. I
Okay.
like that idea.
Okay. All right. So, this should be hilarious. 2 light, 1 dark, please.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Uh,
Down a dark die and re-roll.
All right.
2
2
light,
and
2
2.
dark.
Uh,
6
roll a
dark.
6 dark.
Stop. Yep. If
Yeah.
this is higher than your ruin goes up by 1. Yes, it
Cool.
is. So it works. It totally works. You're able to create all these illusory copies of you. But tell me how you fall further into the influence of the house as your ruin
Uh,
goes up.
as I bolt from the room and I see the other copies of me scatter and sort of outnumber the spectral people chasing us, I am continuously running down a hallway that eventually becomes a dark road in a forest, and I see a copy of myself. And then I see it on a carriage, and I see it heading towards a another carriage, stopping it, that copy getting out with a sword and holding the people inside uh, hostage and taking uh, taking from them. And as uh, as this copy of me draws blood inside the carriage that I can't see from this vantage point, I'm taken back to the hallway where I was running.
I know what you did. Yeah, that's definitely what will happen. And the entities are howling now. Each of them are howling in glee as each of them will take and reach into an illusory copy of yourself and inhabit that copy. So now we have many Kazians that are spreading out amongst the house to look for more to inhabit as well. For
Like
those that
Kaz.
weren't able to grab a Kazian, like, Other spirits are following along to see about getting into the rest of you.
It's like
Okay.
Kazi and Coachella up in here.
Cascella.
Kazchella.
Get yourself some Kazian merch.
Oh my God. If you can. I mean, those bags go quickly, as far as I understand it. All right.
Kazchella.
Okay. So we are nearing time, and I want to allow, for endings and epilogues. So as we reach into ring 5, I'm just going to read the text, and then we're going to see about contest rolls. All right. Maybe all of these Kazians and the entities as they are moldering are like herding you towards one place where each of you do not see each other, but you see the thing that you seek. Bazo, you see the source of the house's power. Diane, you see that artifact that you want so badly to impress the air, even though you cannot say their name. Revel, you will see the redemption for you to free the followers from the Piper. And Kazian, you've done so much, but if you get this one thing, I think you will redeem yourself, and you'll be able to save your loved one. So, that is the stakes. The terror, ring 5, is that the Manse will not let you leave. The only way out is to smash or burn. But if you bring down the house, almost all of the treasures will be destroyed with it. What you can carry won't satisfy your drives. If the house burns or collapses with you inside, will you simply be buried here too? But you could choose to stay, to exist here, timeless, deathless, wealthy, to become part of the Manse forever and never want or need again. Or what one person can carry won't be enough. But what if you were the last one standing and you kept what all of you could carry out? The house is urging you, prompting you, prodding you, saying you must be the first to get what you came for if you want to leave. You must be the first to get it. So, this is where we build in some fun, all right? So since we were speedrunning this, we're going to all build this contest roll, which is usually the culmination of the rings and the horrors, all right? So the way the contest roll works is that we set up stakes. Fictionally, we can position everyone to create some kind of finality where they are all going against each other. This is PvP, by the way, or CVC, because like it's character versus character. And they see their goal, but they have to be the first. They have to be the one to get it. Otherwise, they cannot leave the mansion. All right. We build a contest roll by starting with the first light die is a skill, anything from your occupation, your background, whatever. I mean, I'm even willing to say it's like, you've got like your drive that can say that you're going to do what you're going to do. And then, that's your first light die. And then for every point of ruin that you have, you add that amount of light die to your roll. Okay. So for instance, Bazo, first light die, and then add 4 because he has 4 ruin. So that would be 5 light dice that you'd start with. Okay. And so on down the line. So Diane would be 4 light dice. Revel would be 5. Kazian would be 6. All right. And then that you would go into the contest roll and then plug in that many light dice. Okay. The dark dice part of it is built in if it's inherently dangerous. Yes, because the stakes are you have to be the one to survive if you want to get out, if you want to do this thing, get what you want. And then you would add as many dark dice as you want to this roll. However, okay, just remember that for every dark 1 that you get, you raise your ruin by that point. So choose wisely how many dark die you'd like to add to your roll. Okay? Don't say anything. Don't say anything about it. Just plug it in. Whenever you have your number, give me a thumbs up. Okay? When you have your number, just give me a thumbs up. Okay?
Oh, no, where'd it go? 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, I clicked off for like by mistake.
We add it.
I do.
Do we do it to the roll now?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically you're building your contest roll, yes.
Right.
So, like, however many light die, right?
Right.
And then however many dark die you want to roll with. Don't hit roll yet, okay?
Okay.
I'm making sure everybody's got their numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, because I'm confusing some things.
Sure.
Contest rolled, is it equals to like a sum, or is it highest die?
Oh, okay. So the way you
Mhm.
win is that we look at all of the dice together. Whoever gets the most 6s, light and dark, okay, will be the winner. If there's a tie, we go down to 5s, see who has the most 5s. If there's a tie there, we go down to 4s and so forth until we have the clear winner, okay? But again, for every 1 dark die that you get, that is a point of ruin that gets added to your total. So you could win, but you could be lost to the mansion, okay? So
Mhm.
that's the risk you take, all right? So
Okay,
plug in your
that's
number
good to know.
accordingly,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
So light die, dark die plugged in, everybody, okay.
Yeah.
And roll. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Holy
I don't think that's worth it,
crap-a-doodle-doo.
I don't think that's
Whoa,
worth it.
whoa. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 6s. Anybody else beat that? Oh, my God. Ah! But wait, how many ruin? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It says 10.
6. Oh, jeez. Your ruin went up by
Okay.
10. Okay, hold on.
Okay. Is
I
that
can't see the
Barzo?
roll. Hold on. Oh no, I can't make this higher. Why can't I see this? Maybe I should have had you guys go. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. Sorry. Okay, Diane. Yeah, nobody beats Bazo.
Yeah.
Okay,
However,
I rolled for chat. My my light dice was 4, and my dark dice was 50.
jeez. I've seen people do up to 200, so you didn't break anything, but yeah, I mean it's like everybody else's stuff got shoved down there. Okay, but your ruin went up by 10. Complete
Yeah.
ruin is at 6, so
Yeah.
you
yeah,
won, you won, but then you're completely
Okay.
lost to the mansion. Okay,
Can I-
great.
can I-
Let's
can
see.
I just need to slightly retcon something as well, because when everyone got their were being like assaulted by the spirits and of stuff, I didn't go because we changed to ring 5. So I'm gonna add something in there if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was gonna add a spell which is called Scry, which turns me into a spirit in order to look at another room. So I was gonna be in spirit form already.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh jeez.
Yes.
Ah, okay. All right.
So
So
just
let's
bear
see.
that in mind.
Right. Well, I mean, like, and interestingly enough, and I'm looking at everybody else's rolls. Nobody built any ruin. Just you.
Just me.
Just
I'm
you.
gone.
So you're completely lost. Yes, but you won. Like, I mean, you can narrate how you think you want to interpret that role. Okay.
Yes.
Let me see who
yes.
wins next. Okay, so the next winner is Revel because of the 1-6,
Also,
and
I
no
need to be right
ruin
back.
gain. So that's good. Let's see, 5s. Okay, so Kazian and Diane win. Or excuse me, like tie with with 5s, and then 4s. Diane wins because of the 3 4s. Hold on.
4
Yeah.
4s.
4 4s. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I counted that right. Okay.
You got it.
I got it. Okay. All right. All right. Winning but losing, Bazo. Then Revel. Then Diane. And then Kazian. Okay. So give you a couple minutes to figure this out, like, how you want to interpret that role for your ending slash epilogue. Okay. Since I want to wrap up, like relatively on time. Okay. So do we need a bio break? Would we like a couple of minutes to think about it and do a short bio break? What do you think?
Given that,
So, yeah, let's
go ahead.
take 5 minutes. We'll be
Okay.
back in 5 minutes. You're back,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, so now we will hear the characters' endings and epilogues combined together. So endings are like the outcome of the excuse me, the contest roll, sorry. And then epilogues are essentially what we see happen to the characters, like in a future, distant or no. If you are lost, you would describe how you are lost to the environment, to the mansion. And I mean, if you had died, then it would be how the world is affected with your passing, right? So I leave the characters to interpret however they wish the results, but we will start with Kazian since he was like
I
got the
lost the
winner.
most.
Yeah, you lost the most, but
Biggest loser.
you survived though.
I am alive.
You are alive.
So I run for the door and try it immediately, and I know that I can't open it alone. So I once again cast Army and create copies of myself, and I begin trying to knock down the door until it pops off the hinges, and I just fall out into the yard in front. As soon as I hit the ground in front, my copies just sort of disappear. Um, and Diane, I know you wanted to come out this way too. Throw it over to you.
I lived. High key, whole time in the house, Diane was using all the distractions to stay away from spirits, but keep an eye on what she needed. She does not get what she needed. But literally, supporting the fridge works. Diane will run over to you, covered in all of her wealth still, and offer to make a trade. Your necklace for whatever she's got.
Cassian, knowing that he doesn't have enough on him right now to begin to pay for what he needs, makes that trade willingly. So he takes off the necklace, hands it to you, receives whatever you had on, stuffs it in his bag, looks at you, says, I guess this is where we go our separate ways. I hope we never see each other again. And walks down the
Likewise.
road. A few days later, he arrives at the temple where he left his sister, and he finds the holy folks, the healers, digging a grave in the front. And he runs up to them and he's like, no, 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 I have everything. I can sell this. I could pay you to heal her. And they look at Cassian confused. And they say, what do you mean she was dead when you brought her here? And Cassian remembers the moment he accidentally killed his sister and started dragging her down the road to this temple. That's it.
Oh. supposed to follow up that. I got something to.
Holy shit.
Exactly.
You got me. You got me, oh.
I was not wholesome at all.
No, you weren't.
Kind
He's
of
not
suspected that.
wholesome. Jeez.
The
As soon as
fridge
you-
was running. Oh my god.
As soon as you said, I know what you did, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad.
That's painful. That's painful. Thank you. Thank you for that.
What happened to Diane?
Diane makes the trade. Diane sees that the spirit is still in the necklace. And that means she still has something. She has power. She has wealth. And so she bides her time. It takes a little bit longer than she would like. But she is able to return to Nagane, return to her people, present it to the air. The one she cannot say the name of, but that doesn't matter to nobility when you dress them as your grace, my grace. And that's all she needs to address them as she asks to place the necklace on his neck. Then a ritual will be cast. I just need his heart.
Sorry. Revel?
I take what I can and go to save the kids that I knew from my hometown who were caught up with the Piper and his cult. They're too far gone. They see one of the ways that the cult keeps the people there is they teach them to see signs in everything, and the way the smoke blows, the way the tea dregs are. And if ever anyone thinks of leaving, the signs are always, you leave, you die. You leave, everyone you love dies. When I see that this is what has become of them, I do rescue them from living there, but it is painful. They hate me. They don't think of me the same. They barely recognize me. That is mostly because to save them, what I do is I go to the Piper and I cast the switch ritual, switching bodies with him. And I turn to myself, or who I used to be. And well, what can you expect from a cult leader? Even if Revel, as you might remember seeing her, does not exist, she exists in the body of this former cult leader, and she takes the people, she tries to take people back to their original hometowns and things, but the kids that she's attached to, she doesn't feel like she can leave them behind. So she goes, although question whether or not she is rebel anymore. She goes from town to town, putting on skits that tell the future. Until they are run out of town because it's too close to reality. And she does this again and again and again. Until one day, the help that she has sought for these kids, the therapy or the equivalent thereof, it works for the girl first. It works. They never saw the rebel they knew die. So all they know is the person who has put them in this place, robbed them of years of their lives, is the piper. The two little boys who Revel has nurtured and helped convince their parents that they were worth spending money on their education and all of this stuff. They wanted to kill her. But the girl said, he's not worth it. And they leave. Ironically, I don't know if that is a blind spot or Revel just didn't want to see that in the stars, but she doesn't see it coming.
Mads, I think you're muted.
Muted. Bazo? What happens to him?
So Bazo won the contest. The victor of the Manse. Kind of. Got what he wanted. In the final moments where the undead, the clawing, the demons were pouring into the Manse under the control of the dark power that runs it. Bazo was in the kitchen. I could hear everything going on, and it was things were happening at a terrible, terrible pace. He wasn't sure what was going on with his mind, but he knew that he was communicating with the power here, and this is the reason he came here. He wanted to gain power. So he made a decision to cast one of his rituals, and he cast an unusual one, not one. He cast scry. He cast the ritual scry, which means you observe a location in spirit form. So as he did that, his physical form slumped to the ground, and his spirit form remained in the kitchen. And as the undead, as the hordes came in looking for a body, he hunched over it and snarled at the forms coming in, as they could see him in his spirit form. This one's mine. Leave it alone. It's mine. I found it first. And And his skills are improvisation, spirits, and deception. And I think he persuaded those spirits that was his body, that for his to take. He was there first. It was his prize. And his goal being more power, he, but with the God, how many dark dice was it? 11. There was a moment where he thought he was winning, and he does win because he stays. His drive is to obtain a home where I can raise a family. So in the heart of a home is the kitchen, the hearth. And his fondest memories are of him and his grandmother making cakes, bread, dim sum, pasta, carbohydrate heavy dishes, the warmth and smell drifting through the manse. His body, his physical body will decay, will roll away. But his spirit form is where it needs to be. He is happy. He is surrounded by the warmth and the smells of the kitchen, the memory of his grandmother. He is metaphysically feeding the undead dishes, the spirits. He's serving up banquets for these demons. But he's happy. He's where he needs to be. He has all the power he wants. He has a family. He has a home.
Wholesome loss. The ruin I have ever heard. And so endeth our session of Manse Treasured Possessions. You are all treasures. Oh my gosh. Thank you all so much. Woo!
Good job,
Yeah.
everybody.
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We lost.
Did you choose to become a spirit because your squeaky shoe curse is gone?
I float everywhere now. That's it.
Exactly.
I just float. Yeah.
Every fourth poof, there's just
Yeah.
a squeak.
Every fourth there's a
fourth- Oh my god.
I was gonna I refuse. I'm gonna moonwalk everywhere now.
All right.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for being a part of this show. And thank you again to our sponsors, Frivolous Bear Studios, Hero Forge, and I Need Diverse Games. Without them, none of these things would have been possible. Before we head off for the night, we want to do a few outros. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and we will start with Aki.
Hello, I'm Aki. I have been Diane, who seeks the heart of one poor guy. And you can find me all over the internet at some variation of Akinomi_art, where I do a lot of things, many things. Some fun ones to note. My award-winning, very gay podcast, Goblets and Gays, is starting our second campaign. And if you really like horror dark shit, but would like to see it in the form of Pathfinder 2e Remastered, you can go over there at Goblets and Gays. Also on Goblets and Gays, specifically on our Twitch channel, we are starting to do streamed APs over at G&G Streams. We just finished season 1 of our Vampire the Masquerade game, where I play someone equally as manipulative and needs so much wellness that all the wellness checks that the players do are specifically for me. It's hilarious. Other than that, most Wednesdays over at the Mandy's channel, I play a bunny bard necromancer. I feel like everything I do right now is coming full
Bunny
circle.
bard? Did you say bunny bard?
Yeah, I'm a bunny bard, so I'm a bunny shifter, bard, College of Spirits, and necromancer. Bunny bard, necromancer, bunomancer.
Yeah, Evan, why is that confusing?
Yeah.
It's not, no, I just needed to hear it clarified.
That's right. Words. And yeah, lots of other really big or good stuff I do. Just follow me on the hell site that is Twitter, and together we will suffer and you'll figure it out. I'm good. That's me.
Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Evan.
Huzzah! Hi, kia ora. I'm Evan, aka Multi Nerd on Twitch and Twitter. I do a little bit of streaming. I'm currently playing my first playthrough of Ghost of Tsushima on PC, which is amazing. I haven't run any actual plays in a while, but I plan to be doing some of those soon. And I do a little bookbinding here in my little studio. So yeah, if you're into that kind of thing, it's pretty chill and wholesome. Come check me out. And thank you so much, Stella, for the production. It was chef's kiss as always.
Thank you. We'll pop on over to Purna.
Hi, everyone. I have been Revel. You can find me on the Hell site as Puna Writes, on Itch as Puna Makes Things, where I have 2 games that are up that I made with my partner. He and I make up Weave games. We've made 2 2-player games. And I occasionally pop up on APs and now more and more help organize them. There's one in particular that I'm a part of on Daisies and Dragons Twitch, which is Do or Die. It is a TTRPG show where we give our GM, who suggested the format, 1 hour to prep a game that he has never seen or heard of. And an indie design, we get to showcase an indie designer's work that way. Players are pre-prepped with a session 0. They come in and cause more chaos for the GM, and then we give the designers some more space to talk about their work. So come check us out. It's once a month because it's a lot of work, but also Weave Games has put out a TTRPG content calendar. If you create TTRPG content, streaming, podcast, whatever, please consider putting your content on that calendar. It is free. All you have to do is invite we.weave.games@gmail.com to your event on Google Calendar, and your event will be there for everyone to see if they're looking for TTRPG content to consume. And that's me.
Excellent. Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Will.
Hey guys, I have been Cassian. In the TTRPG space, I'm the GM of a show called Land Party Live. It's live shot in front of a studio audience here in Brooklyn. So if you're down to come to New York, please come by. It's every 4th Tuesday of every month. We also stream at twitch.tv/The Land Party Live. And yeah, we do that. Stella's in it. Always looking for fun guests to come on. So if you guys are interested to come on down, let me know. And that's
I want to come to New York.
Dude, come on in. You can find me on every social platform as Will Produces.
Yeah, Evan, come play with us.
Yeah,
Holy
join our
shit.
table.
Amazing. Amazing.
Thank you so much, Will. And last but certainly not least, our game master, Mads.
Hi, I'm Mads. I've been your game master for. It's been my pleasure to be the keeper for this playthrough of Manse by Stasis Games. So thank you, and wonderful pleasure to you, Stasis, for creating this game, for creating this incursion. This was awesome. I've never run it before, so this was wonderful. And thanks to my players for joining me on this table today. Yeah, I play and run a lot of games, mainly pre-recorded stuff on my YouTube channel, Madeline Kali. You can also find me on the Hell site as well as Discord as Madeline Kali. So I'm there. Yeah, I mean, I play with many different communities, and I post games on my YouTube channel. Currently have 2 campaigns of The Between, and lots of trophy incursions, 2-shots, 1-shots, that sort of thing, on playlists, as well as other indie RPGs. Soon to pop out, excuse me, a campaign of Brindlewood Bay, starting to post those episodes, as well as Apocalypse Keys. So those are coming. I just have to, do more editing and make intros. So it'll be great. So yeah, please come by if you're into consuming APs. Please, 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 come watch. What is it? Like, subscribe, comment, and be notified. There you go. Plug.
Hit that
All right,
bell
great.
button.
Woohoo!
Woo!
All right, great.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Mads.
Thank you, Mads. This was
Thanks,
such a
Mads.
wonderful game. Really, really appreciate it. And
Thank you, Stella.
Yes, thank you so much. That is the last episode of our 2024 AAPI GM series. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching all of the different shows. Thank you so much for supporting AAPI creators. And hopefully we'll see you around the rest of the year. If not, we'll definitely be back next year. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.